welcome back, or if you are new, welcome. The road is really doing my head in today. It's torrential rain, as always here in the UK, so it just means that the road is extra loud, so that's great. For today's look, as soon as I saw Cara Delevingne stand out on that Oscars red carpet, well, beige carpet, it's beige this year, I just knew I had to do it. And I haven't done a Cara Delevingne look yet, which is really strange because I do admire the woman. She's just perfection, isn't she, at its finest? She's always been iconic because of her eyebrows. Let's start there. So the eyebrow portion of this should be fun, considering I don't like to do my eyebrows too dark, but we'll see how we get on. I look so small in this. Why is there so much room above my head? Oh, there we go. You'd slipped before I'd even started recording. So if you haven't already, hit subscribe down below, or my little face in the corner, placed there for your pleasure, for your easy access. Do it, you know you want to. My ring is really irritating me today. It's got a little dangly thing on it. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, let's break down the look a little bit, shall we? Because I never really do it, and I feel like I should, because I just tend to just go through the steps and figure it out as we go along. Maybe we should figure it out before we start, so that there's less chaos going on in my mind. Why is my voice coming out so low today? I've gone down quite a few octaves. It looks like in this, the laptop's down there, by the way, so I'm not like being rude by not looking at you that much. It looks like she's got some very flawless skin. Obviously, you are on the Oscars red carpet. You're going to look flawless. As flawless as you can, really. And if you're Cara Delevingne, you're already off to a great start. So, flawless skin. It looks matte, and it looks like there's not a lot going on. Maybe just a little bit of blush, a little bit of bronzer, but very, very full coverage. So we're going to give that our best shot. And then she's got some neutral lips, just like a little bit of brown liner, I guess. Maybe a hint of red to go with the eyes. Her dark signature brows, obviously. And the eyes are red with some intense eyeliner, like inner liner. Her eyes look very like lifted, so we'll try and attempt that. And she's got some lashes on, so we'll give it our best shot, I guess. But first of all, we're gonna do our foundation. No, primer. We should probably prime. We are hitting the Oscars red carpet, beige carpet. People really should have been given a heads up, by the way, that the carpet was going to be beige, because quite a lot of people turned up in white and like neutrals, so they did blend into the background. But I think Cara's, though, this is her full look. I will get into the makeup whilst we talk about some of my favourite Oscars red carpet moments and who like won and all that stuff. Let's get into it. Okay, actually I lied. Before we do anything, we are going to brush up the brows, because I need these to set into place, and I also need to wipe around the brows after doing this part, because it does get quite messy. So I'm going to use the Schwarzkopf Got To Be Glued brows and edges gel, and we're just going to brush up the brows. We need the brows to be pretty intense, so I'm just going to try my very best, I guess. But yes, Cara's was one of my faves of the night, 100%. Look at her go. I feel like if I was to go to the Oscars, my first one, I'd probably go simple. I don't think I'd be turning up in a gown. I don't think I'd want to be the centre of attention, even if I was nominated for one of the leading roles or a supporting role. I don't think I'd want to be centre of attention. It wasn't her first. Definitely not her last. We love to see it from Cara over here. So they're brushed up. We're going to leave them for a moment while we prime, and then we'll tame them. We will tame them. Prime, we are just going to go on with some of this Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer in the T-zone, because it's a very flawless matte look. So this will make us matte. Pop it in the T-zone. Go for it, darling. For foundation, we are going to mix together the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation in the shade 11NN, and then, sorry, I didn't show it to you, and then the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation in the shade 21 Nude. They're both very full coverage. This one's a bit pale, this one's a bit orange, so I like to mix so I get my perfect shade. So we're going to do a little, do I want to put this on the back of my hand? No, I do not. Let's find another surface. I'm going to use the back of this Morphe highlighting palette, might as well. I'm going to do a pump of that and then a pump of this one. I'm not going to go too much because too much foundation on me isn't a good combo because first of all it looks cakey. Second of all, I don't like the feeling. So we're going to do that. Oh, I didn't tame my brows. Give me a moment. Okay, just grabbing a spoolie. This one is covered in fluff. Now we're going to go over the top of it and kind of brush down. I'm just going to use the spoolie just to scrape away all of the excess glue, I guess, because it is a sticky substance. Just going to use the back of this brush, I guess. I'm going to just mix it together and then pop it on the face. Didn't do a very good job of mixing, but whatever. Okay, now I'm just going to grab my foundation brush and we're going to blend. Oh, that's quite a bit on that. We'll mix it round. It's in the hair, as always. I could always clip my hair back more, but then I would look like an egg. So we're gonna just stick with it. It's a lot of foundation. I really want to try that trend that that girl did on TikTok where, well, it's not really a trend, she does it all the time, but she does like loads and loads of pumps of foundation and then puts it all on. As somebody that doesn't really wear too much foundation, don't take this as an example. I don't really think I'd get along with that trend, but I do want to try it out because everybody that's tried it has been like, this is a flawless, obviously because there's so much foundation involved, but I just want to see if I get along with it. What other celebrities went to the Oscars that I'm like dying over? Ana de Armas went to the Oscars nominated for Best Actress in a Leading Role. We love to see it. I'm going to put some concealer on. This is the Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. Anna's dresses. I like the one that she wore on the red carpet, 100%. A lot of people weren't a fan. I got that all in my hair. Oh, I was just trying to sort my blemish out, mate. I didn't mean... Goodness, this is freshly washed hair. Gonna switch over to the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. I'm gonna use this to highlight. And then over the blemishes. But yes, everybody, I've seen quite a few people saying they didn't really like her red carpet look, and I loved it, but I don't know if that's just because I'm obsessed with Ana de Armas, and she went for the toned down look, which I love. Her Vanity Fair outfit, yes, it does remind me of the window in Harry Potter, but at the same time, it looks incredible. She's incredible. Can you tell I'm a fan? Angela Bassett in the purple. We love to see it. As much as I love Jamie Lee Curtis, and I'm so glad she finally got an Oscar, Angela Bassett, I was praying, I was hoping she would win, but she didn't. But obviously, I love Jamie Lee Curtis, don't get it twisted. Glad she finally got her moment. Brendan Fraser winning, honestly, that is the highlight of the night, isn't it? What an iconic man, and he looks so cute. And I love the fact that he was already tearing up just from people going down like the nominations, like, you know, when they go like, and the nominees are, and then sorry, voice cracking, and then it shows like each of the nominees and what they're nominated for, the role they're nominated for. He was already tearing up, bless him. Literally after, because the Oscars were on Sunday, Monday night, me and my sister, obviously we had to watch The Mummy in celebration. My favourite movie of his though, forever, and it is probably just going to show my age, because I am 24. The Mummy came out the year I was born, so my favourite movie ever of his is Looney Tunes Back in Action. Come on, that is my childhood in a movie. When people are like, Brendan Fraser is my childhood, yes, he's mine for Looney Tunes. I know everyone's like, but what about Tarzan? That's an iconic one too, and it is an iconic one, but nothing beats Looney Tunes Back in Action for me. I love it. Brendan Fraser and Bugs Bunny, are you serious? That was just everything to me. Okay, I think we've blended enough. I was just going to town on it. Next up, we're going to take a bit of the Soleil de Tan Chanel cream bronzer, and we're going to pop this all over the face. She's got a soft face going on. You can tell it's full coverage, but very soft face. So that's why I'm using cream products. We will be setting the face though, obviously. It's the Oscars red carpet. Don't want to be shiny. and obviously she's mad, so it all goes hand in hand. Also, this hasn't like nothing to do with the Oscars or anything like that. Well, I mean it does, but like not the actual Oscars. Let me just get into the story. I put on Twitter, if you don't follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. It's at NikkiRay_8. Don't ask about the 8, I don't know why it's there. I put up on Twitter saying like, who's your dream actor to work with? Because, hang on, you're slipping again. There you go, darling. My Twitter is mainly like about my acting stuff. That's like one of the platforms I use to like network and like put all my stuff out there. So a lot of the people I know on there now, and like a lot of the people that follow me, are actors and like industry people. So I put on there saying, I'm just going to use some of the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Happy. Who's your dream actor to work with? I'll go first. Billy Crudup, because obviously he's iconic. My favourite thing he's in right now is The Morning Show. Like, are you kidding me? What? An iconic man in an iconic role. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's on Apple TV. Anyways, I put that up and somebody quote tweeted it and put me, and I was like, stop it. And obviously I showed my appreciation, and then they quote tweeted that again with like an Oscar with like all the manifestation stars. I was like, oh my, and it got likes. I was like, oh my god. I got emotional on a Sunday, on a nice Sunday afternoon. I got emotional. I was like, this is the Lord's Day. You're getting me emotional. I'm just trying to play a bit of Fortnite, mate, and I'm tearing up. It is crazy though that if I keep going the way I'm going, because it's not going south, we're only going up. So if I just keep going the way I'm going, what if one day I am at the Oscars? I don't even have to be nominated. Just to be there would be something, wouldn't it? Obviously, because it's the Oscars, but just imagine. The one thing I love seeing though is that most of the people that are nominated, pretty much everybody that's nominated apart from like, well, I mean, Austin Butler's actually 30, isn't he? But like, I see people winning these Oscars and being nominated, and they're like, they've been doing it for decades. And only now, like Jamie Lee Curtis, 45 years ago, Halloween came out. Is that right? If I got that right, I'll have to fact check. 45 years ago that came out, and only now she's winning an Oscar. Not for Halloween, but I mean, what's your favourite Jamie Lee Curtis movie? I'm a massive fan of Jamie Lee Curtis. My favourite movie she's ever been in is My Girl. Makes me cry every time. Okay, we're actually gonna set the face because I keep just chatting, even though this is a chatty get ready with me. I don't know why I did that, because we are getting ready and it's chatty. I'm gonna set the centre of the face with the RC Reino colour powder as always. We're running low though. This has lasted me a while. I should probably get a new one because that's kind of gross. I don't like to check the expiry dates on the back of makeup because it's a bit gross that like this is gonna be way out of date. Taking my little poofy pad. Have you got any dream actors that you'd want to work with? Even if you're not an actor or anything like that, like you're not looking to get into the entertainment business, like everybody, like I feel like everybody's got a dream actor that they would like love to work with. I have many. Obviously right now it's Billy Crudup, like I said. I just feel like he'd be such an incredible scene partner. Like, I want to be on the morning show. Obviously I want to be on the morning show just for the fact, this sponge is so gross, by the way. I want to be on the morning show for many a reason, but I just feel like a scene with Billy Crudup, can I just be on there and just have like a word? Can he just tell me to go away in his polite little manner? He's the most charismatic character ever. I love it. Okay, I'm not gonna set the rest of the face. I'm just gonna keep the centre of the face done. I do need to set my eyes though, because they're looking a bit creasy. Creasy? Looking a bit creased. I'm looking very cakey around the nose. It's fine, from a distance you can't see. At least I'm being honest. We're gonna do a little tiny, incy, tiny winny bit of contour because I'm not looking snatched like Cara Delevingne. I'm looking two-dimensional. So we're gonna add a little bit of shadow, bit of bone structure to the face. Give me a moment to grab my belongings and I will be right back. Okay, first of all, oh, itchy nose. Get that out of the way. That's the wrong brush. I'm gonna take this brush, this little, not little, big, flat. Yeah, gonna go onto there. That was actually a bit much. Don't take as much as I did unless you want quite the shadow. I'm gonna just contour the jawline. And now I'm going to take my two nose contour brushes because you guessed it, we're going to contour our nose. I'm going to start with the underneath. What's her nose looking like? It looks like she's contoured her nose quite similar to the way I do. I'm going to go over the top of the nose. It's not going to look the same as her nose, but it looks like she's lifted. She's added the shadow and then she's gone down the sides just to slim it out a little bit. Or to add dimension. I don't know what's going on with other people's nose contour business. That's their business, not mine. So I'm gonna switch to, oh, can't grab it. That one. I go down the nose and just meet that line. Love to see it. Down this one. Fantastic. Okay, now it's brows time. I've got something in my favor though. Like my brows are already dark. we just gotta make them look structured and a little bit more in your face. So we're gonna draw, I'm using the Primark Brow Sketch Brow Pencil in the shade Dark Brown, by the way. Just gonna go underneath the brow. Oh, that's dark. I'm gonna fill in this gap up here. I'm gonna go this side. I swear Cara Delevingne's brows used to be more intense. Is that just me, or were we just not used to the dark brow back then? I swear they were more intense. Brush up through the front with my spoolie to blend it out. I'm gonna draw some hair lines through the front. Not really hair lines, I'm just drawing lines. I mean, there we go, I guess. I think that's an intense brow, right? If it's not, if you don't think that's intense, look at me right now, I've got slugs on my forehead. Okay, we're gonna move on to eyes. Sorry, I just got some really good news. I can't share it right now, but like, we were talking about acting and something just happened. Anyways, let's get on to the eyes. My eyes are watering right now though, I'm really excited. Her eyes, they're red, obviously, but it's not an intense eye look. I can't open this palette. Oh, it's opening the wrong side. So we're gonna go into the James Charles palette because it has got this red here and it's got some like colours by here that we can use to just like blend it out, make it look a bit funky and fresh. That wasn't, why do I want him to look funky and fresh? Sorry, I'm just giving the laptop a bit of a zoom. Oh, sorry Cara, I'm right up in your business. You have got a gorgeous eye colour. Look at you go. Hi Cara, you're watching, obviously. James Charles palette. We're gonna grab just a fluffy eye brush. I'm gonna go into, let's start with this one up here. It's kind of like a mix between an orange and a red. So we're just gonna take a little bit of that and we're gonna add this to the crease. I have no idea how this eye look is gonna turn out because I'm not used to wearing reds, I'm not gonna lie. So, also, is it just me that can't remember there actually being red eyeshadows when they were younger? Unless it was like in like a kid's makeup box, but like every time I go into like my mother's makeup or my grandma's makeup or something like that, there would be no red involved. It was a hard colour to find, put it on the lower lashes as well, like lower lash line. Look, what's the name of that place on the body? I'm already not a fan of how this is looking on me, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna trust the process, as Jordan Lipscomb would say. Kind of just like bringing it back as well. Now I'm gonna take some of this like bricky brown. We're gonna add this to the outer part of the eye by here in the crease and kind of connect it down. What else happened at the Oscars? It wasn't as dramatic as the previous year. Oh my god, Jimmy Kimmel's that part in his speech where he talks about the slap from last year. Good heavens. The part where he like referenced people in the crowd, that was great. Andrew Garfield's part was just hilarious. He looked at the camera and he was like, I love that. Also, how good did Pedro Pascal look? He looked so good. I just love a man in a suit, really. It wasn't anything extravagant, was it? But okay, I'm just gonna take the same brush because I'm feeling lazy. I'm gonna go into the red one. That may have been just a bit too much, but that's fine. I'm gonna just place this on the outer part of the eye. Just tap it on for now, because there is a lot of product on the brush. Also gonna just run it through the outer part again. I'll go to the darker one. Great. Look at us going with the red, man. You're slipping again, hun. I'm just gonna take this brush. Yeah, it's got a little bit of old eyeshadow on it. We won't talk about it. I'm gonna go into the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I'm gonna take this like shiny sort of red here, just a little bit of it. And we're gonna run this on the lower lash line. We're going to add a tiny bit of it to the outer part by here. Now I'm going to take a brush like this, and in this Dior palette, I'm sorry I'm switching between palettes so much, I'm going to take this little like burgundy red, like it's like a shiny burgundy red, and we're going to use this on the lash line, lower lash line. I'm going to really bring it into the inner corner by here. Okay, now I have this black eyeliner pencil from e.l.f. I'm going to pop this into the waterline. Now I'm just going to take any black eyeshadow onto the same angled brush, and I'm going to do the smallest little wing out here just to help with the lifted look that she's got going on. I've got Meghan Trainor's new song stuck in my head, the Mother one, with Kris Jenner in it. Okay, I'm going to go back into the James Charles palette a second with a brush like this, just a random eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take a like a creamy colour. Gonna just run this over this part of the eye just because it's looking a bit bare and too bright considered to what like hers is. Oh, I took the wrong colour. Oops, not to fret, we'll just rub it on the back of the hand. Also gonna use this to diffuse the inner corner part, like the inner part of the eye. Okay, I have these half lashes, quite long. Just gonna add these to the inner corner of the eye. They look like this, can you see? Can you, Banger banger. They stick to my hand. Can you see what they look like? They look like that. My hand looks huge. Oh, lost a lash. And the glue I'm using is the Real False Lashes Invisible Lash Glue from Benefit. There's a gem stuck to the back of this. These gems are haunting me. If you watched any of my Halloween makeup tutorial things, I used the gems quite a bit and now they're haunting me. I'm finding them everywhere. Okay, whilst we're waiting for the lashes to dry, we're going to do some mascara. So first of all, I'm going to curl my lashes. And then I have this little mascara from Chanel. I'm going to just coat the lashes. Mascara makes such a difference, doesn't it? Also going to add this to my lower lashes. Okay, I'm still waiting for the lashes to finish drying. They're not quite where I want them to be right now. So we're going to move on to lips. First of all, this should come as no shock if you've been to any of my videos before. If you've viewed any of my videos, I'm going to use the Obsession lip liner in the shade Hookup, just because there's some brown liner going on and it looks quite contoured, so this looks like it's going to do the trick. Gonna overline our lips. Should I keep its bow? Yes. Okay, now we have this lip liner from grwm in the shade Toast. And we're going to use this to kind of fill in the lips a little bit. I'm just going to kind of tap it off a bit on the back of my hand. And now we're going to use some of the Pat McGrath Labs, nearly forgot then, little lipstick in the shade Flesh 3. Gonna add some to the lip like that. Okay, that's a little too red. So I'm going to go over it with my Chanel lipstick in the shade Boy, just to like nude it down a little bit. And also adds that shine that we need. Okay, gonna attempt to stick on the lashes. And to set the face, I'm going to use some of the Urban Decay Just Slick Foundation. Setting spray. And this is what we're left with. It's very dramatic. Lashes are humongous. I feel like if I had the big red gown on, it wouldn't look as dramatic as it does. But, you know, I was expecting the red to look a lot worse than it does. So, at least we got that going for us. The lashes are doing my head in right now, I'm not gonna lie. Don't want to stick. Oh, there we go. I hadn't pushed like I'm supposed to. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. It would mean the world and so much more. I shall see you in the next video. Ta-ta.